Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Going On. So, the client is trying to indoctrinate children around the world using the Invictus Games message. And you would think, right? Why would he be spreading the Invictus Games message to schools that aren't in Canada? Wasn't the whole point of Harry being at that school earlier this week? Wasn't the whole point of him to promote Invictus? Oh, Harry, you're full of shit. Yeah, we all knew that. So what he's calling it inspiring the next generation, which is basically just getting to the children early and indoctrinating them so that way they believe the message throughout the rest of their lives. That's essentially what that is. He says, quote, seeing them learn about the Invictus Games has had a profound impact on me. Yes, Harry, because you're a child, because this is where Invictus starts to go wider outside the Invictus community. Why would it have to do that? Into schools in Canada and hopefully around the world. So he's spreading the Invictus Games message, around the world. But I thought the whole point of him going to the schools in Canada was to promote the Invictus Games for next year, 2025. In other words, Harry's full of shit, and he went to those schools under the guise of spreading the message and promoting the Invictus Games, but in reality, he's just trying to indoctrinate children. So I do want to send a big shout out to the Honorable Lady E on Twitter. She sent me this lead. And now let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is from back when they went to Colombia. Okay, as you can see here, on Friday, August 16th, the second day of the Two Idiots trip to the South American country, the pair visited a local school to speak to students, about the importance of social emotional learning and why it should be included in a child's education. Now, this has to do with the whole inclusivity thing. We know that Harry literally gave these children lesson plans when he was at that school, 5 days worth of lesson plans he gave them. And what is that, Harry? You couldn't just help them out with donations so that way they could pay for their lunch because we know there are underprivileged children out there? No, of course not. He's trying to indoctrinate them to spread the woke message. That's all it is. So as we see right here, why would the client spread the Invictus message to children not in Canada that can go to the Invictus Games? Because he's simply trying to indoctrinate young children. And as we said before, Harry labels brainwashing children. He labels it as inspiring the next generation. Very, very obvious what he's trying to do. Get to them young, indoctrinate them young, and throughout the rest of their lives, they have what is called the woke mind virus, as Elon Musk has named it.